the YouTube world, it's your boy the Wolfgamer 25, and we are back. That's right, I said welcome back to another segment of Figure Friday. That's right, ladies and gents, back again for another riveting section of what I like to call one of my newest segments, which I started. And for today, I would very much first I would like to say Happy Friday the 13th. Now, um, I'm a bit disappointed on this day, mainly because it was announced that they were going to be showing all of the Friday the 13th classic films. Unfortunately, we were cheated out of a couple, which I really don't know why, but that's okay, really, because we get. I don't think that that will really deter me from today. I do hope that you guys had a very good day. No bad luck whatsoever. And for those of you guys who are out there like in the forest areas or whatever, if you just happen to see a guy in a hockey mask and he's just kind of standing there staring at you, don't make pleasant conversation. Just politely turn the other way and at a very steady pace run for your friggin' life. But anyways, as you can see, I'm all dressed up for the attire. But I want to point out to you guys, this was mainly just for the Friday the 13th, which is today. It has no correlation to what I will be interested in today, because for today we will be taking a walk in count them, two different worlds. That's right. One, we will be taking a look into childhood dream, not necessarily a dream, but a milestone for them. And in the other, we're going to be taking a trip into the gamer world. So, why don't we just get into the nitty gritty? But I do hope you guys sit back, relax, kick your feet up, take your shoes off, hey, just mellow out, chill. If you guys have something to drink, feel free to take a sip of it right now. Just chill, relax. Also, if you have something to eat, or if you didn't have anything to eat, please do go get something, because that is essential for keeping up strength and everything else. And I do hope that you sit back, relax, and enjoy. For today, we will be taking a trip of trips. And I do want to let you guys know that after this stream, um, I actually will be doing a gaming stream on my Twitch channel for Mr. Voorhees, as I will be playing Friday the 13th, video game. And I hope that you all will be joining me for that one. If not, please, I do understand that because life happens and there's nothing that I want to keep you guys from other than to live a happy life. And I want to say bless you all out there because I have been getting a lot of views recently and my subscribers steady climbing, and I'm thankful for that. And you know what? I give you guys a good look at the merch that I'm rocking right now. As you can see, a Friday the 13th hat, come with a collectible mask, and of course the machetes on top. But don't worry, I'm not gonna pull them right now because I don't want to hurt nobody. And also, of course, the vintage Camp Crystal Lake T-shirt, long sleeve, of course. But what's cool about it is that on the sleeve here, they give you guys a bunch of like activities, things like that. Let's see, there's first aid, there's carving, there's arts and crafts, there's axe throwing, and of course, there's target practice, which of course is ironic because each and every one of these have everything to do with Mr. Jason Voorhees, blood, guts, gore, all of that stuff. But we're straying away from the point, which of course is the figures. Now, as you guys noticed, I don't have the LEDs going right now because recently we did get a pretty massive storm, and it did knock out my power for a pretty good while. And unfortunately, it might have it fried my old Wi-Fi box, so we had to get another one. And unfortunately, I forgot to set the lights to the Wi-Fi, but I will be getting that set up. It will be there next stream, and I do hope you guys will be joining me for that. So, why don't we just get down to the nitty gritty, huh? The reason why everybody's here, other than to look at my beautiful face. Sorry, that's a joke. I figured today we could take a step into the world of my childhood. And by doing that, I will be introducing two new Funkos. Whoa, don't do that. Easy, easy. He almost fell, but I saved the day. I catch him. These two Funkos, they're a part of the Scooby Doo universe, which, of course, the reason I say that my childhood known as Scooby Doo, hit a milestone today because not only did I learn, of course, today Friday the 13th, but also I learned two extra things. There's going to be a full harvest moon out tonight, and also there is going to be this little segment that I learned about them. As it turns out, Scooby Doo, it turns 50 years old today. That's right. Today's the milestone of 50 years old for Scooby Doo. And I remember watching them for the very first time. I didn't know what to make of it because I was a kid, and a talking dog in a cartoon world, and a bunch of kids running around a van they call the Mystery Machine. I don't know why. It just took me. And to this day, I mean, I'm ever thankful to the producers, the creators, old Hanna-Barbera, because if it wasn't for him bringing this cartoon to life, and I would never have been able to learn a lot from them, learn a lot from the gang, Scooby, Shaggy, Velma, Daphne, Fred, all of them. But again, this is one of those things that I can fanboy about all day, but I don't want to bore you guys with that as much as I really would want to. I don't think I should. So why don't we just introduce them one by one? And I figure that I'll give you guys a little history on who they are and why they did what they did, and as to what their motives were as for doing so. So yeah. So I figure for the first one. Is one of my favorites, of course. This guy in particular, there was two of them. They were working together in tandem, and the reason that revolves around this story is it's kind of a ghost story, but at the same time, these guys were trying to scare everybody away because they were trying to get their own personal gain and get their hands on what was most important. And so I thought that for the first introductions, it would be this guy, the Phantom Shadow. Guys, a good look. Now, just go ahead and bust this open. Oh, come on, sir. There we go. Perfect. And there he is. Now, interesting enough about this character, as I said, their whole concept was mainly involved around these, because in the TV series, the first interaction they had was, of course, back on the island, because as it revolves the story around Scooby and the gang heading to a reading of the will per se, because one of Scooby's old time friends. Dang, what was his name? I know he was a general in the war, but I know that him and Scooby were very close, and if I remember right, he had saved his life in a way. So it was in a reading of the will that it was Scooby and some of this particular general's family who was there. He had another. I don't know how. I just if I remember right, the connection to him was not like family related, but in a way, Scooby had saved his life and he became a hero. And the reason why these guys in particular, now I say these guys because in this particular episode there was two Phantom Shadows, two of them physical, one was basically just a projection, and the ones that were under the masks really were Mr. Ironic enough, it was Mr. Creeps and Mr. Crawl. Yeah, that's right. That's right. They were lawyers of the recently deceased. Sorry about that. And they were mainly known for rattling chains. They were known for giggling a lot, of course. Giggling green ghosts. And dang, what? Sorry, I spaced for a second. And the place that they were staying in, of course, was the mansion. And funny enough is that even after the best way to find out that they weren't real was, of course, the the interaction was because, of course, when Patton did, um, Shaggy and Scooby messing around, trying their best to either hide or um, basically get away from them ghosts. From ghosts, sorry. Um, the way they did it was they put on the player piano. You know, they went hand in hand with them because that was a clear indication that they weren't real, and by that time they were able to discover that they were able to set up a trap, of course, and of course them getting a wash, of course, ironically, because they were using a washing machine in order to beat them. And of course, they were discovered. Mr. Creeps and Mr. Crawl. Their main plan: scare everybody away so that nobody would spend the night in the home. Because in order to procure the general's fortune, which was left to the last family member standing in the house, was going to go immediately to that family member. But unfortunately, their plan was to scare everybody away. That way, nobody would spend the night, and they would keep control of the fortune. Ugh. That's enough. That's enough. Let me just move him over there. Sorry. Now, this next guy in particular, I don't really think like he was an underrated villain. It's just he wasn't one that most people thought of, you know. And I just thought that he was a good add-on to the show because he took it in a different direction, different persona per se. Because as this one in particular doesn't take place in the hometown of Coolsville, which of course is where Scooby and them come from. This one takes actually on the island of Hawaii, Honolulu to be exact. And this guy, the witch doctor. Now, as I said before, to me, he took this episode in an entirely new perspective because not only was it a different location, but it was actually a different spin on that particular episode because it actually helped introduce, once again, kind of a team villain effort. Because if it wasn't for the witch doctor here, sorry, let me just get you guys a good look at him. He's just got his little scepter with the little skull on it, little skull. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. Stand up for me, stand up for me. Easy, easy guy. No. Sit. Stay. Okay. So, as I said, this guy helped introduce sort of another villainous team up, which was between the witch doctor and an animatronic giant robot sort of thing, which he was calling Mono Tikitia. And what this guy's in particular plan was, if I remember right, he wanted to be able to keep people away from the island, which of course to him was sacred because he believed that there was something buried underneath the sand, and he wanted to be able to scare everyone away so that he could search for it himself. And what was the dude's name? I cannot remember for the life of me. What was his name? Oh crud! I'm gonna have to consort this one right here. Let me see here. John Sims. That's what his name was. My apologies. And as I said, the reason that he wanted to scare everybody away was, as I said, he found something valuable on the island and he wanted to keep it for himself. Which, of course, it would have worked. Unfortunately, dude who was manning the giant robot Mono Tikitia, that did not fall through as he wanted to. And unfortunately, it became his downfall. So, now that we got one universe out of the way, why don't we take a step in another universe, huh? So, for the next... Oops, sorry. Let me get this out of the way. Hang on. Let me see. Okay. So, for the next universe, as I said, we're going to be taking this trip into the gaming universe. And for today's game, we're actually going to be looking at the world of Overwatch. That's right. Now, I introduced one of the, or a couple, actually, of the first wave figures that was in one of my previous streams. But for today, I'm going to be introducing 4 of the newest ones to hit the shelves. And 2 of them, I'm going to say my personal favorites because I had actually already introduced my main fighter, or main character. Her name was Farah. That was in one of my previous streams. But for today, I'm actually going to introduce another hero, another two heroes, and I'm not going to say he's a villain, but we don't know where he stands. And I'm actually going to introduce a villain, a pure villain, actually, on this one, because this dude, he's pretty crazy, and I do hope that y'all enjoy. So, we have two singles and a two-pack, and that's going to come up for the last one. We're going to save the two-pack for the grand finale, because these guys, I'll tell you the story why I picked them to be the grand finale. So I figure that the first one we'll introduce, of course, is a bounty hunter. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesse McCree. That's right, the cowboy. Now, he is he's a professional bounty hunter, and I'm going to say, but in a way, he acts more of I'm going to say like a cowboy movie star, because not only of his attire, but also because things he does. You know, he wears that 10-gallon hat. He's got some boots on with some spurs, and of course the revolver, which I'm not going to hate on it, because I like him. I use him a lot, mainly when it comes down to not distance per se, but speed, because he's got that quick trigger. So why don't we just bust it open and see what this dude has in store? Because I can tell already that he does have some accessories, which I'm happy for. Come on out, Jesse. Let's have a look at you. Okay. Does have two interchangeable hands, which is good. Sorry for the noise. Sorry. Okay. That there pistol. Oh, cool. I like how also with these Overwatch figures and with all the other ones, they're actually adding the little action effects that you can add to the weapons or the persons or the characters themselves. There. Perfect. Now then, Mr. McCree, I'm going to need you to take this from me, okay? Just take it. Just take it. No? Oh, whoops. Sorry. Easy, easy. Hold on. Easy, easy, easy. Don't bend. Don't break. Please, just take the thing here. Oh. Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oops. I'll get that. Thank you. One of his mini accessories, he also has these little flashbangs, which of course is used to daze and confuse the enemy, and and he does a little action roll that he has also. And as I said again, his pistol. What I like about his weapon is that it also comes with a little spur on the back. And as you can see, it comes with a little action right here, the little firing mechanism. Like I said, that's just cool to me, really. I like when they add little special effects to it. That's just awesome. Oh yeah, why don't we take a look at Mr. McCree? Now this is just his basic attire. This is the first skin that you get whenever you first play with him. But he does have other he does have other sections and different skins. Mr. McCree here. Got his poncho with him. Got a little another flashbang right there. Anyways. That's Mr. McCree. I'll try to get this pistol on him as much as I can. So, why don't we just go ahead and move on to the next one, folks? Now, this guy in particular, he I don't know why his main motivation is blowing stuff up, but I'm thinking that he really does get a kick out of it, because his attire consists mainly of crazy looking. He kind of reminds me of the Joker in a way, because he likes to blow stuff up, cause pain, cause mayhem, but at the same time he has one thing that the Joker doesn't have, and honestly it's a peg leg, which I really feel sorry for him. But anyways, it's time to give him the limelight. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Jameson Folks, aka Junkrat. And of course, this crazy Aussie, that's right, I call him Aussie, mainly because he's from the land of Australia. And unfortunately, I forgot to pack my knife, but that's okay. Why don't we just get him out of there so we can have a peek? Thank you. Oh, wow. Actually comes with a lot of good stuff. You know what? Just this way, I'll let y'all just have a look at everything. As you can see, he comes with, because this wheel right here, that's his ultimate wheel. It's the explosion type of thing. It detonates as much as it can. But you hold the trigger, you can detonate it whenever you want to. And, okay. And then, as I said once before, there's that poor peg leg of his. But he makes it work, really. He makes it work. He's not afraid. And, of course, with his cohort, Marco Hughes, aka. Wait, let me fix his head. Let me fix his head. Sorry. There you go. There you go. Come on. Jump right. Focus. Dang it, camera. Come on, focus for me, camera. Oh, well. Anyways. As I said once before, guys, he's another character individual with a metal arm, just like McCree over here did. But of course, that was on their own free will. It's not the fact that they wanted it; it's just sometimes they don't have a choice. And I think Junkrat's indication, of course, I don't think it's because he had the choice. I think it's what he wanted. Why don't we just introduce some of his little accessories? Ah, yes, of course. Of course, he comes with a trip mine. But in a way, the trip mine here, you can actually use it in the game itself. You can detonate it whenever you want. And of course, it's also good for launching him into the air across great distances. Not like halfway across the map, great distance, but just enough to get him up into the air. Okay, now we'll be introducing his weapon of choice, his grenade launcher. Oh yeah. And as again, I love how the fact that they added the little action sequence to it. It launches little tiny grenades per se, and the funny thing about his grenades is that each and every one of them, they have a little smiley face painted onto it because, as you can see, like I said once before, he gets a kick out of carnage and chaos. But I mean, he's got sense, just not all of his sense. Let me put it that way, because as you can see, unfortunately, his face is a little burned. That's just too much explosion time, that's why. Okay, and also, let me take a look at the death wheel. Bam. Sweet. And believe it or not, this ultimate of his is actually very powerful. It can actually destroy a good maybe 4 or 5 in a group, depending on how many he gets, how many he is huddled together. Because I understand Overwatch is an object-based game. It's also a team-based game also. But it's fun, and I love playing it. Really, it brings back memories of the very first time that I played the beta. Okay, now, folks, for the grand finale. It's going to be a 2-packer today for the grand finale. And the reason I chose to do these 2 individuals per se last was because one of them was another one of my mains when I started playing the game for the first time. And I like one of them also in particular because not only am I good with him, but me and him share something in common: archery. That's right, folks. I do archery every now and then. But why don't we just introduce the dudes of the hour? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Shimada brothers, Hanzo and Genji. Now, the reason I say that the Shimada brothers is because they're basically using high-tech machinery, and I like the fact between these two, they're not rivals per se. I mean, but it's kind of like sibling rivalry because Hanzo, you know, he's the older brother of the group, and sorry, and the reason I per se like the story of these two is because Hanzo, in a way, he was under the impression that his brother Genji was dead, or in a way, he went missing. But what he didn't know is that one fateful night, when he decided to visit the altar of the legend of the Twin Dragons, he was met in combat by the particular individual known as Genji. And I think that the reason that they met was also because Genji, in a way, or the Cyber Ninja, revealed to Hanzo that he was his brother. And of course, you know, in complete disarray, complete disbelief, he couldn't believe it. Hanzo just ran away. Brothers are just sometimes hard to deal with, especially, you know, when they just can't accept the truth. But hey, that's family. And you can't push away family, and you gotta love them. Because without family, you got nothing. So, and I can already tell these guys come with a butt load of accessories. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Okay. So, I don't know I don't know who to get out of the box first. Why don't we start with Hans? Again, I apologize for the noise. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Oh. Go. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, we'll do that last. And as I said once before, this is the older brother, so we'll introduce him first. This is Hanzo Shimada. Hopefully this works, but I don't know. But as I said once before, guys, as I said, Hanzo, being the older brother, he was very prideful. You know, it doesn't really take a lot to shake him, but as I said, when he found out that his brother was still alive, he was shaken to the core because Genji took it upon himself to take off his visor, and right then and there, he recognized who his brother was, and because he recognized him through the eyes. And what's cool also about these little accessories is that it comes with his ultimate, the Twin Dragons. I always like using this one, mainly because can hold the rest of the team. That's a pretty good group kill. Let me tell you about that. It's hell, it could be a quadruple or even a quintuple kill. But anyways, yes, Genji and Hanzo, they do come with accessories like interchangeable hands, weapons, and of course, fully posable, which I love that. So why don't we get the other brother out? Oh, good. It's good. No, I didn't think that his blade was removable. So I'd say, dang, that really stinks if it isn't. So here is Genji, the Cyber Ninja, the little brother, the prodigal brother. Now, I'm not gonna say that he was the oddball out of the group, mainly because of what happened to him. But I don't think that he had a choice, because in a way, if it wasn't for this cyber initiative that he went through, then his life wouldn't have been spared. He might not have been here. He might not have been able to meet up again with his brother. But if it wasn't for that, then I think he wouldn't have been saved. So also he comes with his signature blade. Yes, I know. It looks a little bigger right now, you know. Anyways, he does come with his main blade and also... Wait. Don't bend. Thank you. He also comes with a little back blade too. That's right. This one mainly he uses just for blocking projectile attacks. And oh yeah, I love this little interchangeable hand that he comes with, because as it shows, he's showing 3 shurikens, which of course, like most of the players in Overwatch, they do come with a standard attack, which of course Genji's, which is unique about his, is that he throws ninja stars instead of bullets. But anyways, oh man, let me get a sip here. Let me just get a sip. But anyways, ladies and germs, that will do it for tonight. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the stream. If you like, feel free to hit that follow button right there. Thank you very much. And also, if you have any kind of questions, comments, or if you want to just say hi, feel free to drop in the comment section below. And don't be afraid to hit that like button if you liked it. And I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. And until next time, guys, stay safe, stay awesome, stay weird, stay yourselves, and be peace, huh? Be peaceful. Peace. Oh, one more thing. As I said, I will be going over to Twitch to be playing a special Friday the 13th stream. So feel free to follow me too. Tell me if you want to. And I'll see you guys there, huh? Peace.